Hi there, it's Lori and Rebecca. Thanks for joining us for our first segment of Ask an Expert. We're here today with Shawn James from Clarified Home Inspections. Welcome, Shawn.
Thank you.
Shawn is a home inspector that Lori and I are always very happy and confident to recommend to our clients. And so maybe if you could just start by telling us a bit about yourself and your company.
Sure, yeah. Before I came into the home inspection industry, I worked as a professional engineer for 10 years. And then seeking better work-life balance, I trained as a home inspector, and I've been doing that for roughly 8 years now. So I'm a professional engineer, I'm a registered home inspector with the Ontario Association of Home Inspectors, and I'm also WET certified.
Shawn, maybe you can talk to us about the benefits of having a home inspection for a buyer?
Sure. When people generally look at a house, when they go in, they're spending most of the time envisioning their life in that home. They're looking at the finishes, the flooring, the layout. The things that they don't see are the mold and structural problems in the attic, the leaky foundation, the aluminum wiring, the knob and tube, things of that problem. Those costs, they can remain hidden until after the deal closes, at which point they're stuck with large repair bills that they're not prepared for.
Well, in this market, with it being so competitive and so many offers that are holding back for offers and they're expecting you to go in firm, do you think it's a big risk for buyers to put themselves in a position where they're waiving home inspection? And do you have any stories or things that have happened in the past that show that there is a risk to that?
Yeah, people are really leading with their emotions these days. They're prepared to spend much more than maybe they were expecting to. I have seen some situations where people called me after the fact. They bought a home, they spent over asking, they couldn't do a home inspection. They called me up and they said, Shawn, there's something going on in our house. The second floor is a little wiggly. And I didn't know what that meant until I showed up. But as soon as I walked in the front door, the sort of trained eyes of a home inspector, you see things that have been altered very quickly. This was a 1980s house, typical layout, load-bearing walls on the main floor. As soon as you walk in, you can see those walls have been removed. What had happened, the sellers had a contractor in just before they sold it to them. They did a renovation where they removed those load-bearing walls and replaced them with beams, but they were vastly undersized. There was no building permits for the work, and so now my clients were stuck after the fact to repair the defect.
And this is a home that would have on the outside looked very appealing and looked like it was fully renovated and in good condition.
It was a beautiful flip. Yes, it looked very nice.
So sometimes those can be deceiving.
Very much so.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Shawn. We're really glad that you took some time out of your busy schedule to be here with us today. Lori and I have both had the pleasure of working with Shawn and hope that we will have many more inspections with him in the future. Shawn's website is www.clarifiedhomeinspections.com. If you have any other questions about him or his company, I encourage you to go there. And I'm sure if you have questions about his services or what he offers, then he'd be glad to have a call from you and to talk to you. So thanks so much for coming, Shawn.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.